What y'all doing out there?
At this time, will all exhibitors please make your way to the show ring? We're about just a few moments away from getting ready to start the 2025 Berrien County Market Hog Show. Also, if you're within the sound of my voice, but you have family members not able to make it, let them know you can find it on YouTube through the Berrien Network. There'll be a link posted to the Berrien FFA page momentarily. Chase, am I one or two? Check it.
Good? Good.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Berrien County Hog Show. On behalf of myself and all of the exhibitors, we'd like to welcome you and say how incredibly thankful we are that you're here with us tonight to support our youth. Me and all these other exhibitors have poured so much time, hard work, and dedication into getting these animals ready, and we're so grateful for the opportunity to be able to showcase that for you here tonight. We'd like to say a big thank you to our community members, our sponsors, our advisors, our families and friends, and our Hog Show committee for making this event possible. We're so grateful for everything that all of you do in order to make events like this happen. So thank you all for coming, and I wish the best of luck to all of our exhibitors competing today.
Everybody, please rise and remove your hats. We are about to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together today for this show. Thank you for all the exhibitors, for the animals we work hard to take care of, and the friends and family who support us. Thank you for the judge and for everyone who has helped make it possible for us to be able to put this show on. Please keep everyone safe tonight and help us do our best and show kindness and good sportsmanship to one another. We ask for your blessing over this event. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Senior showmanship. Go line up.
Again, we want to welcome everyone here to the 2025 Berrien County Market Hog Show. If you are here and have family members that are not able to attend, you can let them know they can go to the Berrien High FFA page as well as the Berrien Network page and find the link to watch it on their YouTube channel. It's also our pleasure to welcome to Berrien County in Nashville, Georgia, this year's judge, Shai LeClaire from DeLand, Florida. Shai is a commercial insurance agent as well as with his wife. They run Elite Showstream and Flying Cross Ranch, focusing on show pigs and Beefmaster cattle. Shai grew up raising and showing livestock in west central Wyoming. He attended college at Casper College and Panhandle State University, where he competed on 2 successful livestock judging teams. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Shai LeClaire to Berrien County. Shai.
Okay.
If you have not bought your raffle tickets, make your way over to the table by the entrance door. We'll be selling those through the end of showmanship and then doing the raffle drawing. 1 for $5, 4 for $20, and boy, I tell you, really great prizes this year. We want to thank the Hog Show Committee, President Jock Taylor, Vice President Matt Duggan. Secretaries are Amanda Halsey and Savannah Harrell. Leanne Ray is our treasurer, and Mandy Hardiman is your reporter. Twiggo. Getting ready to enter the ring in the first heat of senior showmanship. These exhibitors are Haley Deal, Grady Hardiman, Cole Herron, Emery Lane, Jackson Ray, Braden Sermon, and Allie Staines.
good evening, and it's always a pleasure when you skip a part of a day of work and come work with the youth of America and livestock, and tonight our end with the hogs. And we set 3 aside there, and just some pointers for the 4 that are out here. I think it's very important when you come out of that gate that you give that judge a chest view, at least bring him within 10 feet, and then give me a view going away, and then a profile, and then kind of stay out of the way and be courteous to our other competitors as they come in. Once I give the ring the whole attention, then you're welcome to go ahead and drive back at me and stuff, but let's let everybody in and have a fair shake. Young man here in the brown, I think if we bring up your intensity a little bit, I like your pace. I'm more of an aggressive type of showman, but the way you're calling cool, never get that pig excited. I think you're doing a great job. I think maybe get his head elevated, and then, like I said, bring him a little closer to me. Young man in the stripes back over there, same thing. If we'll bring up our intensity and get a little more speed out of that, I think you'll rival these that we've put out. Young lady here, great skin and hair. I think we needed to make the drive to me a little more, and then we just want to maybe be a little too much on that whip and get this barrel either backing up or turning too tight instead of making more of a gradual turn. I think maybe that one wants to fight the whip a bit. Young lady right in front of me, I think if we can bring up our intensity and be excited to be here, that barrel will also correlate to that and maybe move out and drive more like an athlete. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Entering the ring in the second heat of senior showmanship are Emily Griffin, Shelby Griffin, Bryce Horton, Anna Luke, and senior Josie Harris.
We've done just a couple more. We'll pull back out and find you your top senior. These 3 individuals here, I think some of us are winding down our careers. Some of us maybe have a couple of years left. And I think a lot of this with the show big deals, I tell everybody, is it's tough to suit every showmanship judge because we've all got different styles. And like I'm going to say, I'm one that wants you on the aggressive side of it. but still maybe not so aggressive that we're over whipping. And a lot of this deal is whip control. And I think if we'll focus where the end of that whip is, we'll get a lot more out of our teammate. I think some of us maybe want to be too much with the whip. We're getting in the eye or the end of the nose. That's why these bearers or gilts are wanting to shut down and stop and back up on us. I think just more work at home and stuff, and some of us got some teammates maybe a little softer on their feet, maybe don't want to get out there and be an athlete and allow us to drive quite as quick as some of the rest. I think I'll do a great job. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit. good class of senior showmen, and like I said, I'm one that's on the intense side. Maybe not everybody fits my style, and that's fine. It's my opinion today, and I enjoy it because showmanship is rewarded of all your hard work that you put back in at the barn. It's displayed today, and I think there's several of these individuals that rose themselves to the top that you can tell they spend a lot of time in that barn as well to get them projects to this point. And that being said, I guess we'll start at your bottom and go up and keep the suspense a little longer. Young lady in the paisley over here to the left, you're going to be my fifth out, and I think our teammate just needs a little more focus there on getting that head up and driving. And I'm one of them, just be comfortable. If you're not comfortable when you're bent over, get up to where you can be more comfortable and be more athletic that'll allow you to move them hogs, because sometimes we may be in here a longer time, and I think that's just part of the key is get comfortable. Don't do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Young lady with the green cactuses here, you're going to be 4, and I think you do a great job. I think when we compare you to your 3 contemporaries that are still driving there, I think they're just a little more get to the point, a little quicker for me, and draw a little less attention to themselves of that. Young man in the peach, you're going to be 3, and I like you were the first one that hit me the hardest coming out the gate and caught the pin the first. I think as the drive wears on, maybe our gilt wants a little gas and get away from us at times. I think you maybe want to be just a little more relaxed than the 2 initial ones that I got above you, but I think it's very, very tight on your top 2 here. Come out of the bully, you're going to be 2nd here, and I think that being said, I think the young lady that's going to win this today, I think she's the one that's had the least amount of mistakes, and that's what I tell everybody to win showmanship is have the fewest amount of mistakes or get caught with the fewest amount of mistakes. Those top 3, though, like I said, those of you that are still coming in, give me a chest view coming all the way to 10 foot from me. Give me a rear and a profile out of the way. And them 3 were the first 3 that done it very efficiently. The rest of you kind of heed to that, and especially take that for advice of those of you that are coming in. Let's give me a good view, and then move out of the way and be courteous to your other exhibitors. Let's put our hands together for your seniors as they exit.
The results for your senior showmanship: in 5th place is Emily Griffin. 4th place is Josie Heron. 3rd place is Jackson Ray. 2nd place is Braden Sermons, and your champion senior showmanship showman for 2025, Emery Lane. Preparing to enter the ring now is the first heat for the intermediate showman. These exhibitors are Charlie Deal, Riley Murphy, Emma Sermons, Lane Purvis, Jay Staines, and Hadley Vickers.
together for our first heat of intermediates. Got 3 pinned back and nothing away from the 3 we have remaining. And young man, and we maybe should exercise this bear a little more, because the more miles we get on him, the more he's wanting to be a show pig. I think when you first came in there, we kind of had a fresh pig that didn't want to have no control, and the longer we're driving him, I think you're doing a better job getting him there. I think maybe exercising when we've got that much energy next time will help you out. Young man right in front of me, if we can bring up your intensity and get this old bear's head up there and get him driving out, that'll rival you in the whole back. Young lady there as well, same thing. Just bring up our intensity and our ring awareness. And like I've said in the seniors, when I see these pigs come out of the gate, let's bring them to about 10 foot from the judge and turn off and go in another direction. You 3 all kind of want to fade down that fence right as we came in as well. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Entering the ring now for the heat number 2 of the intermediate showmen are Jolie Halsey, Mabry Ray, Reed Tucker, and Hallie Ann Dixon.
Let's put our hands together for our last division here. Young man, I think you came out of the gate ready to roll, and then you see me pin 2 girls. We don't want to quit battling until I send you out that gate. Go kicking and scratching when you go, and I think you see me pin them 2 girls real quick, but if you kept kicking and scratching, I think maybe you'd have had yourself to come back in there. We don't want to ever give up till they make us go to the pin, young man. Young lady here, if we can bring up your intensity just a little bit, I think we can rival them. Let's bring up intensity, keep this old bear's head up and get him driving there at me. And like I said, you kind of wanted to come in the gate and fade down the pin. You'll bring them to about 10 foot and then roll on out. Let's put our hands together for these intermediates. good class of intermediates. And, man, we're going to start with fifth with you. And I think right there, your initial impression out of the gate, good. We had the barrel well presented. We bring him to the chest to us. I think when we get back out here, maybe he's one we got to show with a little louder stick, maybe to get him stopped so much. That being said, you're going to be fifth. And young lady on the far side, you're going to be fourth. And I think if we bring up your intensity and you'll come up here more as a driver on, you kind of want to be back there in the backside of the pack. Go ahead, don't be afraid to get up here and get in the mosh pit with these other ones. Young lady with ponytails here, you're going to be third out, and I think you done a great job. McGill's very athletic, got a lot of pace. I think this hand deal is that more comfort for you. I think get that hand where you feel comfortable with it instead of just pushing on her all the time because maybe she'll want to push away from you. That being said, I think the top pair is very, very, very talented. I like both these young ladies. They're my style. We notice right when they hit the game, they got a pin really quick, and it's that simple, and then just not make mistakes. And I think the pair, I think there's one of them that just goes above and beyond and is a lot crisper and a lot more fault-free. Young lady, the pink and champion, I think phenomenal job on the whip. Another way for you, young lady, I think where we sorted you is right here when you come out of the gate. She brought me a little more drive right to me and was a little crisper at showing me them other angles, but a very, very good job on the whip. Don't hold your head down. Let's congratulate all your intermediates as they exit.
Results for your intermediate showmen are: fifth place is Charlie Deal, fourth place is Emma Sermon, Riley Murphy is third place, Mabry Ray is second place, and your champion intermediate showman is Jolie Halsey. Preparing to enter the first heat for the junior showmen are Callie Mae Dixon, Audrey Nichols, Jake Paulk, Brinley Ray, and Everly Vickers. Judge.
put our hands together for our first class of juniors. And the young lady here closest to me, I think we just need a little more time with this bear, getting him broke a little better, where he's not trying to be such a racehorse out here and keeps running around. I think that being said, I think you'd have a lot more fun with them. Only thing I can say is the more miles we put on these show pigs and these exhibitors, the better they're going to be as we get down to it. Young man, let's get aggressive. Like you and me's about to wrestle, but don't take me down. Let's get aggressive and drive that old bear out here, and that'll help you. Even if you just bend over just a little bit, or it'll make you look more aggressive. Same thing, young lady, let's just get more aggressive. I think our bear may be a little softer on his front feet and don't want to get out here and drive. But great job to all these juniors. Let's put our hands together for them as they exit.
Entering the ring in heat number 2, these exhibitors are Hudson Brogdon, Ellie Claire Dixon, Easton Duggan, Carly Harrell, and Kylie Horton.
hold two back out of this class, and got one more class to work through. And young lady over there in the white, I mean, we're real close and kind of like the young man right here. try to keep our hands off these show pigs because that'll alter the way they want to place them hind feet if we're adding some extra weight or pressure to them. I think the other thing with you maybe is just your whip placement. If you'll bring that whip from the ground up, that old bear will keep his head up there a little better. Listen to you. Young man right here by me, I think we just need to be a little more intense and let's get aggressive, okay? That'll transfer into these projects. If you're excited, that bear is going to get excited. He'll get out here and drive a little freer. Young lady over here in the red, with the red belted bear here, one there from first impression started to come in, and then you just kind of drifted off and got further out of the scenario and stayed more back out there. And I think some of that just has to be with more homework at home, getting these projects driving there at home. And find you some trees to drive around. I think there's plenty of them. And if you can drive some figure eights, that's going to help you a bunch keeping your hogs in front of the judges as your projects continue on. Let's put our hands together for these ones and work through your last class.
Entering the ring for the heat number 3 of the junior showmen, these exhibitors are Mason Dixon, Ashlyn Griffin, Emma Halsey, Levi Falk, and Macy Falk. We got our one set back to work with for our junior. Young lady here in the purple, if we'll just get a little bit more aggressive, I think you'll find yourself there. Maybe get this old bear's head up and drive and just be a little more aggressive with this project. And you'll find yourself on that side coming back in there. Same thing here, young man. We just need a little more control over old Berra. He was wanting to run when he first came in here today. We need to take control of him right there. Young lady in red, white, blue stripes there. I think we started out with some ring awareness and we were very intent, and then once we bring you back out here, I think you kind of faded and got out of the mix up here. I think we still need to stay there. A man with a blue back gilt there as well. I think we need to bring up your intensity and just get a little more drive out of our project and try to keep them anywhere from 15, 20 foot in front of the judge and just drive these instead of follow them, guys. Let's put our hands together for your juniors. We'll work through them and find your champion.
Very, very competitive set of juniors, and it just gets you excited if you're ringside to watch, or if you're in here making the decisions I get to make. It gets you excited when you got young individuals that are this aggressive yet do this good a job and fault-free of driving these barrels that they're doing, or gilts. I guess we got one of them in here, and I think of that. I think there's a pair of them that sort themselves to the top with some distinctness, and of them too, I think there's one that's a little more fault-free. She's a little more thorough in her movement. I've yet to catch her bobble. Young lady right here in front of me, you're going to be our champion. I think phenomenal job on the hook with that barrel. Young lady here, you're going to be reserved, and I think your aggressiveness, this is good. I think the young lady there just had a few smoother moments, a few smoother turns for me than you. I think maybe on the upper hand, you maybe had her coming out of the gate. I loved your out of the gate, the way you turn and give me a rear view as well. I think once we get out here, the young lady there was just a little smoother in her transitions. I think it was very, very close between you two. Congratulations to you. Young lady in the pink, I think you do a phenomenal job. We take them out of the equation. I think you stand out. You're very, very out of the gate was very on point. First impressions are very important to me. You had a very good one. You're very calm, relaxed, never get that barrel excited. Do a very, very good job. I think just keep pressure on them two ahead of you, and I think you can get around them with a different judge. Very, very good job. Other two individuals out here, I think very close. Both of them do a very, very good job. Young lady there, I think we just need some more time, getting a little more whip out of that barrel. Young man here, like I said, just get where you're comfortable driving that old hog, and then maybe focus on getting his head up a little more. And then just try to stay aggressive for guys like me. Very calm, never get your pig worked up. That's a plus. Let's put our hands together for them kiddos as they exit.
In third place for your junior showmen are Brittany Ray. Second place is Emma Halsley, and your champion junior showman for 2025 is Carly Harrell. Entering the show ring now is the first heat for the pre-club showmen. These exhibitors are Hensley Brogdon, Dylan Dixon, Lily Mack Dixon, Maggie Duggan, and Tristan Landrum.
Let's put our hands together for our first class of pre-club, I guess they call it. This is where the young individuals are just starting to discover their it, as I call it, because you either got it when you come in the gate or you don't, and these ones are just trying to figure it out. And I think that said we got 3 more we'll bring back, and it's very important. These 2 young men we got left back out here, the ring time is what's going to get you better, and the more miles we can put on them. Young man in the blue plaid here, I think his old bear has had some miles put on him at home. I think we just need a little more ring presence, maybe a little more eye contact with the judge here. Young man here, I think same thing. We just need to get this old bear where we can control him just a little better. And then when you guys come in the gate, like I said, bring him to about 10 foot and then turn out one way or the other from him. Let's put our hands together for these young men as they exit.
Entering the ring for heat number 2 of the Free Club Showmanship, these exhibitors are Catherine Nichols, Boone Staines, Ava Deal, Bella Halsey, and Weston Souza.
All right, let's put our hands together for these 3 here before we release them. Right here, we'll just remember, stay that other side and be a little more aggressive. I think you're going to be there. Bear's skin and hair is looking good on the big old shaggy dents when you bring it to us. Young man, we were doing really good on the back and forth over here. Where'd you go on me? Drive that old bear across here for us. That stuff will wash off. Mom won't be near as mad as she thinks she's going to be. Let's put our hands together for both of these, or all three of these. Just need, young ones that just need some more miles and time, and that'll come as they get more aggressive and older. Let's put our hands together for these. Like I said earlier, this is where we're discovering our it, and that's why we get up and why do we mess with these show pigs every day and then put in the hours to come here and show, and that's what I call it. And at our place we had one that we could never shut it off, and the other one even we had to put the blue healer out in the trees trying to find the it on him, and then other days he would have it and some days he wouldn't. And those, I said, it's hard to describe as a show ring judge at the look and the determination that you get when these individuals come in, but a lot of times, and then doing that, it's just who makes the least amount of stays. Young lady, you got it, and a lot of your attention. Young man in the vest is going to be reserved, and I think he does a great job. I think maybe his battle there's like in the cool weather and getting out and being a little harder to control, and I think if we'll focus where that whip's getting him, he may be a little easier to maintain. Young lady in the white, you're going to be third, as you do a great job. I think we need to bring up your intensity a little bit, be a little more aggressive to where you can get up here and drive with these two that are ahead of you. Young ladies that round us out, I think both of them do a great job. I think we just need more time in the ring and more time, more miles on our project, and just to learn to be more aggressive. Let's put our hands together for them, and a great job.
Results for your pre-club showmanship. In third place is Lily Mack Dixon. Second place is Weston Souza, and your pre-club showman of the year 2025 is Bella Halsey. Getting ready to enter the ring for the Pee Wee showmanship. These exhibitors are Ellie Ray Nash, Hadley Roberts, Heidi Brogdon, Kyler Harrell, and Ava Lee Nash. At the conclusion of the Pee Wee showmanship, we'll be drawing the raffle tickets to get your tickets back at the corner table if you've not gotten your tickets yet. We'd like to take a moment and recognize a special guest that's with us tonight. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Heath Herron, is right over on my left. Thank you for coming, Dr. Herron.
seniors in this ring, and we can put our hands together for them. Of that, all these young individuals do a fine job of driving, and they said we started with the seniors and went down, and so these young ones could pay attention. Either they took all very, very good notes in the back, and not only that, their pigs are a lot shinier. They may have a little more time to get our skin and hair on point than some of them earlier. I think all these young ones do a phenomenal job, and I think of it, I think it's very tight. And like I said, we're all winners in our mind. I think the top 3 of these are phenomenal, and I think it's going to be very interesting to watch these progress in their show career. And I think this is probably not their first battle, and it's not going to be their last battle. I projected a long way out. And Isabella's here helping me. She goes to school at A back there, and we went back and forth. And in my mind, there's one that's not a discussion, and may happen at the next one. This one may get beat, but tonight, young man, you're going to outdo these girls. You're going to be our champion tonight. I think you've done a phenomenal job on that whip. I think where we separate you, you never had any bobbles. That old gilt never dropped her head to the carpet. She kept that head up and moving. I think you've done a phenomenal job on that stick, young man. I think 2 and 3 is very, very close. I'm talking about the young ladies driving these black ones right here in the center. And I mean, we're cutting hairs in between them, and just who makes the least amount of mistakes, who keeps their partner driving free. Young lady here, you're going to be reserved. You're going to be 3rd. And I said it's very, very close in the top 3. And congratulations to all you. Young lady, you're doing a great job. This first year, 6. Okay. Young lady in the yellow, same thing. Just maybe a little more aggressive, a little more control over that pig. Let's congratulate these. This phenomenal drive of Pretty Showman.
Results for your Pee Wee Showmanship 2025. 3rd place is Ava Lee Nash. Ellie Ray Nash is your 2nd place showman, and your champion Pee Wee Showman for 2025, Kyler Harrell. Last call for chances to buy on the raffle tickets. We'll be drawing for those momentarily. They can be bought back at the corner table as you came in. We want to take a moment also to recognize our hog show contributors in the whole hog division. These sponsors are Aikens Petroleum, Atlas Greenhouse, B&W Barnyard Feed, Bank of Alapahaw, Berrien County Commissioners, County Farm Bureau, Berrien High School, the Berrien Peanut Company, Brogdon Farms, Billy Bryan, Chaparral and Ramala Boats, Dixon Farm Supply, Dixon Gin Company, Dixon Seed and Chemical, Greenpoint Ag Holdings, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Houston and Associates, L&L Fiber, Kingline Tractor, Lane Air Farming, Long Bridge Peanut Company, Pilgrim's Pride Poultry, Magnolia Wellness, Jack and Kelly Schultz, South Georgia Fiber Solutions, South Central Georgia Gin, AAA Cattle and Poultry, Turner County Stockyards, Watson's Pools and Patios, Dr. Richard Wheeler, and Williams Brothers Farms. If you want to make your way back to the concession stand, there's just a few people trying to get a last-minute ticket in there. Be sure to make your way back. They got hamburgers and pork, sausage dogs and drinks. Also, if you didn't get the opportunity earlier and you have family members that are not able to attend, you can find them at the Berrien Network and the YouTube channel. Thank you. Members of the Tenderloin Club for the Berrien County Show contributors are Ag Georgia Farm Credit, BFD Tobacco, Berrien County Farm Bureau, Berrien Elementary School, Berrien County Middle School, as well as the primary school, Deal or No Deal Show Pigs, Lake Board, Lee Farm Supply, and Lovin' Funeral Home. Members of the Pork Chop Club are the Berrien Primary School, Carter Oil, Jernigan's Farm Service and Supply, Randy and Marilyn Lancaster, as well as Vickers Farms. Members of the Ham Club are the Berrien County Chamber of Commerce, Gaskins Meats and Boards, Pecan Hill Land and Cattle, and Turner County Stockyards. Also, in our Hog Show contributors, they are Sheriff Ray Balk and St. Luke Baptist Church. All right. The first prize, John, is the 20-gauge Mossberg shotgun donated to you by Axel Fee. If you are the winner, see Jock and he'll get you everything you need to go pick it up. You don't have to be here tonight, right, John? You don't have to be present to win. The winning ticket is Melissa Thomas, ticket number 562. 562. Got her a shotgun. Next prize is the Next prize is the 52-quart Arctic cooler donated to you by Greenpoint Ag, and the winner is Chad Stevenson, ticket number 1434. Watson's Pools and Patio gives you a Grizzly cooler, and that winner is Amy Opester, ticket number 720. On the Weber Kettle Grill, donated by Morrison's, and the winner of the Kettle Grill is Doug Moore, ticket 894. 894. The Cool Peel Facial, donated by Magnolia Aesthetics. The winner is Daniel Luke, ticket number 177. The $50 gift certificate to Ageless Creations is Debbie Rowan, ticket number 702. Oh, she's sitting right up there. The $50 gift certificate to Utopia Florist and Garden Center. This is We got two of those $50 Utopia Florist and Garden Center. And the first winner is April Richards, ticket 632. We have another Utopia Florist and Gardens $50 gift certificate. And that winner is Joey Veal, ticket 310. The winner for the $50 gift certificate to Horton's Discount Meat and Seafood, and that winner is Brenda Nash. Brenda Nash, ticket 1718. And the next drawing is for the tool set donated by Flint Ag and Turf in Sycamore. And that winner is Doug Alley, ticket number 1489. Take that to him. ADL Outfitters donated the cooler and the cups, and that winner is Miss Brenna Taylor, ticket 1022. And you get all the tickets in case you want to write some thank you notes or something. Will Weston Souza and Tristan Landrum please make your way to the show ring? Weston Souza and Tristan Landrum, please come into the show ring. The top two ticket sellers are getting the prize package here. And the second top seller, selling $915, is Mr. Tristan Landrum. Your top seller for 2025, selling $1,200, Mr. Weston Souza. Getting ready to enter the ring now is class number 1. These pigs weigh in between 220 and 231 pounds. These exhibitors are Lily Mack Dixon, Mason Dixon, Emma Halsey, Hensley Brogdon, Emery Lane, and Hadley Roberts. Be just a few moments, they're getting them ready. Make sure you go back and visit the concession stand. Also, tomorrow night, the sale starts at 6:30. Be sure to come out and support these exhibitors. The concession stand will be open again tomorrow night. Other members of the community that we would like to extend a great thank you to are Judy West, Marcia Hughes, both baking cakes, as well as Judy Vickers and Rhonda King. We want to thank Twiggy Lamanda Boyette for doing the photography. Berrien County Board of Education, the Berrien County VFFA is doing the concession stand. The Berrien County Farm Bureau gave us the exhibitor shirts. We'd like to thank the Berrien County Road Department. Ag South is baking a cake. DuPont Pine Products donated the shavings. 4-H and UGA Extension, as well as the Berrien County Board of Commissioners. We'd like to thank Jennifer Ford for bringing a chocolate cake, as well as Miss Victoria Corbett. Here's class number 1.
class start off. Young lady in the blue here is driving our class winner. That's a bear that's stout skull, stout featured. He's elevated there at the point of the blade on him. More so when we compare him to his contemporaries, he matches the top side of his skeleton with the bottom side where he hits the surface. He's as wide-chested coming and going as he is on top side. Young lady's Cadillac bear, there's going to come two, and if we want to just talk foot size there at the surface, this bear is the biggest one there, and he's feet and he's boned and he's featured there at the surface. Same time though, we've got to get this bear a little truer there, and he's hawking his ankle the way he reaches and flexes off for me, make him more comfortable off in front too when we get him set in motion. Very interesting bear. Here comes Tree, and right here, the hardest we're going to be on him is when he comes right at us. This one wants to close from his chest to his surface. Maybe comes a little together tight for me there. We've got to get him a little more upright on them back ankles for me. But a big top fresh bear that we come in third with. Very unique in some pieces with this one. Correct him on both ends of his skeleton. I think we can have a different discussion. Calico bear that comes out in here four is another one of them calicos that's very stout in his feature. Bear's got a big top working down the top side of his skeleton. One that maybe wants to be too east and west for me on them hind wheels when we get him set in motion. Young lady in the white shirt's driving one here, very unique in the front serve. This one here, we've got to relax him back in that skeleton there on that blade, get him a little more comfort, maybe even get him a shot more foot and bone there at the surface. Young man rounding us out, stout skull bear, maybe not feeling his best today. Very shaggy hair, dense bear, runs out of power in the center portion of the body for this show ring judge. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Results for class number 1. In 6th place is Mason Dixon. Lily Mack Dixon had the 5th place pig. 4th place is Hadley Roberts. 3rd place is shown by Emery Lane. Hensley Brockton had your 2nd place pig. And Emma Halsey wins class number 1. Pigs entering the ring now is class number 2. These pigs weigh in between 232 and 239 pounds. These exhibitors are Weston Souza, Reed Tucker, Hensley Brogdon, Ava Deal, Hallie Ann Dixon, Kylie Horton, Shelby Griffin, and Kylie Horton.
some discussion as we get on down the line here. Only one we got to discuss on this one, I guess, is attitude. Young lady with the white belted bear is going to lead off this class. And that bear there, when we start at the front third of him, that's a stout skull bear that utilizes that way his blades laid back into his skeleton, opens up into a big rib cage, got a big top working down him. Very, very nice bear, very fault free to lead off there. I think 2 and 3, there's some discussion. You can toss them around. The man here is going to be second, and I think your everyday practical type of bear. This bear is fundamental from the ground. He's correct. Got a big rib cage working in, fresh in his design. I'd like to lengthen this hog there in his hip, maybe clean him up there in his front third, kind of unravel the bear that leads ahead of him. Bear that's unique till we set him in motion and study where his foot size is on the carpet. Young lady's partial belted bear. Great skin and hair on this one. Very unique look there in his skull and his design, the way he ties together. This one here, we've got to lengthen his hip. We've got to give him some more set and comfort to the hawk. Get a bigger set of feet on him as we put him on the surface. But a very, very nice top 3. Young man coming out in 4 there. Our initial look at this bear here, when you study him, we've got to clean up his front third. Also, more important, we got to get his top side of his bottom side of his skeleton to match that top side. We got to open him up there where he hits the surface, get him a little wider about his chest, knock some pinch there in his elbow. That's a big stout skull bear to wind up there, just clean a little of that excess off his front end. Blue bear here coming out next, stout skull, stout feature type of hog, one that can use some softness there in the center portion of his body, maybe not be so dry. He too, we need to alter the way that hip hooks and hinges there to his hind leg. Some bears on down the line there, young lady coming next. We strengthen the top side of this one's skeleton, get him a little more comfortable there on the front side of his feet as he drives out. I think we could rival him up. He is stout skull, big rib cage bear. We just got to get him stronger in his top line, better on his front feet. Bear and gilt that we're rounding out with. Very good looking design, very comfortable in their skeleton. We've got to add some more muscle and stoutness to that pair of pigs and get them a little more product to rival these bears that exit ahead of them. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Results for class number 2, 7th and 8th place are both exhibited by Kylie Horton. In 6th place is Shelby Griffin. 5th place is Hallie Ann Dixon. 4th place is exhibited by Weston Souza. Your 3rd place pig is Ava Deal. Reed Tucker shown your 2nd pig. And winning class number 2 is Hensley Brogdon. Entering the ring now is class number 3 with pigs weighing between 242 and 245 pounds. These exhibitors are Maggie Duggett, Emma Halsey, Catherine Nichols, Audrey Nichols, Ellie Claire Dixon, Jolie Halsey, Tristan Landrum, and Macy Paul.
top pair of bearers in this class. It's some give and take between the two. And young lady in the blue there is going to lead off for us. And that bear there is a bear that's bigger and bolder in his blade. He's more opened up there in the center portion of his body cavity. He's the longer hip bearer of the pair. I think on the rear we can study him. I think one gives a little more on one side and the other one gives a little more on the other. But a very, very competitive pair of bearers for me in my mind. I think that bear there is bigger and bolder about himself. Partial belted bear here maybe gives us a little more look out there in that front third. He's a bear that reaches and grabs maybe a little more on the left side of his skeleton here for me. But like I said, when we compare him to that class one, it's beat right there in the center portion of his body. Gives up a little bit of blade. Young lady's bear that comes in 3 is one we certainly admire. I think this bear is very elevated there at the point of his blade. We study him at the surface compared to the 2 bears that exit ahead of him. They're bigger footed, stouter made hogs. Very, very nice bear to win in 3rd. Young man coming in 4 here, he got a very stout skull practical bear, one that I'd like to freshen him up in his skin, his hair, and his appearance. We give him a shot more rib shape there in the center portion of his body. I think this bear can rival them. That bear is very good built. His skeleton just gives up too much rib and shape compared to the trio ahead of him. Young one coming in 5 is a young lady's gilt, maybe on a breeding scenario. We like that. We lose this gilt is in her skeleton. She's level top, got a long hip working inside her, just gives up too much power and stoutness to the bearers ahead of her. Young lady here has got a unique one, and if we can alter this bear how he is about his blade there and relax him there and lengthen his hip, I think we can get excited, but that's our factor on this one. This bear is too much upright in his blade. He's the shortest hip bear in the class. Pair of them that we round out here just need to be better on both ends of their skeleton, a little more comfortable. Black bear kind of just needs some flex there to his hock. Young lady's blue buddy gilt here coming, got a big old top working in her, very pulled apart at her blades, kind of works her disadvantage. We got to get her not so east and west on the move and get her more north and south and more comfortable in her skeleton. Put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Results for class number 3 in 8th place is Macy Ball. 7th place is Audrey Nichols. 6th place is shown by Ellie Claire Dixon. Mackie Duggan had your 5th place big, and 4th place is shown by Tristan Landrum. 3rd place is Catherine Nichols. 2nd place is shown by Jolie Halsey. And your class winner for class number 3 is Emma Halsey. Class number 4 getting ready to enter the ring now with pigs weighing in between 246 and 252 pounds are exhibited by Bryce Horton, Anna Luke, Emma Sermons, Dylan Dixon, Hallie Deal, Lane Purvis, and Hudson Brogdon.
class that aligns itself rather quickly for us and kind of everything fits into pieces. Young man's blue here we're going to lead off with. One that's big, bold chested coming right at us. Like the center portion of the body. This one's got a big, stout hind leg on him. I think when we compare him to the rest of the class winner, they're just simply maybe not the best in his attitude today, but when we get the right look at this bear out here rolling, he handles these class. Young lady here going in 2. There we step off the side. I like this bear's skeleton. I like his look and design. Bear that maybe we need to freshen him up there on the top side, get a little more definition, crispness in that loin edge for me. More so, I think, where he hits the surface compared to the class winner, gives up some foot and bone. Bear here, one that's very look and design. He's very comfortable in his skeleton. Bear that's high at the point of his shoulder. Got a big top working in him. Maybe one that we could add a shot more to, foot and bone, and more as he leaves there in the seat of his pants. Big bull bear is coming in 4th here. One that I'd like to shape him and clean him up there in his lower 1/3, his jowl. Give him some more look. Belted bear rolling out next here is another one that certainly like the look of this one offers. I'd like to see this bear pick his head up above his blade there, relax him in his spine a little more so. We got to give this one a shot more muscle there in the rear as he exits. Give him some more foot and bone. Calico bear here, this one's elevated there at the point of his blade. Kind of comes at a price, so we've got to relax him there in that blade, put more back into his skeleton. Give him a shot more width and dimension as he exits. Round out the class here, bear, we just got to get more comfortable there on the surface, picking up on his pasterns, give him a little more height there at the point of his blade, clean some of that excess that he's packing there in his lower 1/3. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Results for class number 4. 7th place is Bryce Horton. 6th place is shown by Dylan Dixon. Anna Luke had your 5th place pick. 4th place is shown by Lane Purvis. 3rd place is Emma Sermons. 2nd place is Hallie Deal. And class winner for class number 4 is Hudson Brogdon. Entering the ring now is class number 5, pigs weighing in between 253 and 259 pounds. These exhibitors are Ava Lee Nash, Macy Paulk, Levi Paulk, Riley Murphy, Jake Paulk, Josie Heron, and Jackson Ray.
I'm doing the other one. Yeah, I'll be outside all day. I get to do classes. I know, but I'll be outside all day. Huh? You know that's not why you did it. You did it because you told
Parabarra's on the top side of this with some give and take, and I guess if we stand off to the side and evaluate them, I think it's a dead heat from their lookout in front of their blade. I think their strength at top and their hip length are comparable. I think when we drive it right at us, I think very comparable. And I think when you get to me, and if we watch which one hits the surface truer from our rear view as we watch these barrows go away, young man's barrow is the one that fills that category. He's truer there from his pin to his hock to his ground. He's more comfortable. Feet are hitting the ground, the surface more level. Young lady's barrow may be wider from stifle to stifle there as they exit. If you study him, he's on the outside of them hoof walls on his backside. He's one that's getting a little inflammation there in them hocks for me. Can't reach and grab. The surface is good. Very, very close pair of barrows there in 1 and 2. Kudos to them. Barrow here that's elevated, very big skeleton barrow that we like that about him. This barrow, when we study him, we've got to get him sitting down bigger on that rear foot. We've got to give him more comfort there in his ankle when we turn him class winner. More so, just got to give him more look out there in front of that blade. Young lady in 4 brings a stout skull, probably the biggest footed bone gilt in the drive right here. If we study her just at the surface, this one here is very big in her foot and her bone work, very shaggy and dense, same sense. So this one we've got to give her a shot more muscle, shot more center portion of body and soften her up in her kind. 3 of them that we round out with very similar like in kind. Young lady's barrow here that we're going to lead off next is one that simply we could clean him up there about his jowl, set him down on more surface, get him to blend a little more there in his ham loin. White blue mass barrow here coming out next. It's certainly one that's wide, bold chested. He's big there in his blade. Something we do is need to clean him in his front 1/3. Relax that blade there back into his skeleton, make him more comfortable. Like can be said for the young man's gill, maybe soften her a little bit in her muscle there, make her a little more comfortable where she hits the surface. Very, very good cause. Even better, kiddos. Let's put our hands together for them as they exit.
Results for class number 5 is 7th place is Levi Paulk. 6th place is shown by Jake Paulk. 5th place is Macy Paulk. 4th place is shown by Riley Murphy. Josie Herron had your 3rd place pig. 2nd place is Ava Lee Nash. And winning class number 5 is Jackson Ray. Entering class number 6 now with pigs weighing between 260 and 262 pounds are exhibited by Heidi Brogdon, Charlie Keel, Grady Hardiman, Carly Harrell, Bella Halsey, Jake Paulk, and Mabry Ray. Man.
Well, they just kept coming and coming, and I think this is by far our deepest one we've seen all day. And I mean, there's some of them that said I sent to the rail early, and then it just kept coming and coming. I look at Jock and I said, is this one going to end? Because they kept getting better as we came, and I think if we get them narrowed down, I think it's very, very exciting, and take nothing away from 3 and 4 over there. I think this pair out here is kind of my style, as we'll say it, and of them. There's one that just stouter as he reads and as he exits. He is the stoutest sculled one. He is the widest from pin to pin we've seen, and he's the truest from pin to hock to ground. Young lady in the white shirt's going to have your class winner in this one. Bear is very, very big, and he's surfaced. They've got his top big and bold in him. Nothing away from the gilt here. I think she's phenomenal in her own right. I think when we analyze her next to that bear, she's favoring this right side just a little bit. We've got to lengthen her hip just a little bit more and give her a little more comfort knees, but a very, very good pair of bears there. Or very good bears and gilts, excuse me. Young man with a black-headed bear coming out next there. If we don't ever set this bear in motion and we just take a picture of him over here at the backdrop, we're going to use this bear to win. I think his look and design are phenomenal. This bear reads very, very good out there in front of his blade. And my problem is when we watch this one exit, there's a whole lot of east and west instead of north and south. When we get that bear set in motion, we got to true him up from behind like the pair that win this class. Bear coming here next. If we can give this guy a little bit of softness there on the left side of his skeleton, get him a little more comfortable, I think he rivals them as well. If we look at stoutness and feature relativity, that bear rivals them. One's ahead of him, same sense. We've got to get him more comfortable on this carpet. Young lady coming next brings another good one. Like I said, we're stacked all the way ahead of you. You kiddos don't hang your heads as we're talking now. Bear that's very stout and unique there, and he's front third. I think when we compare him to the others, we've got to true him up like the bear that beats him. We've got to true him up off his rear too. This one maybe crisp him up along his loin edge, clean some of that lower 1/3. Bear that we round out with, very good everyday practical bear and a gilt that we exit with. This gilt, we've got to soften her up, give her a little more rib shape, blend her and her ham loin for me. She's packed an extra muscle there in her blade as she exits. Young man's bear that we round out with, we crisp this one up along the loin edge, pull a little of that excess bark we got working on him, give him a little more expression down the top side of his skeleton. That's a very, very nice bear to end up where he did today in this class, but very, very strong class. Let's put our hands together for the kiddos.
Results for class number 6 in 7th place is Jake Falk. Mabry Ray had 6th place. 5th place is exhibited by Heidi Brogdon. 4th place is Grady Hardiman. 3rd place is Charlie Deal. Bella Halsey had 2nd place. And class winner for class number 6, Carly Harrell. Getting ready to enter class is class number 7. These exhibitors are Jolie Halsey, Riley Murphy, Ellie Ray Nash, Everly Vickers, Callie Mae Dixon, Levi Paulk, Hadley Vickers, and Cole Herring.
Barrett Gilt's here surface, and I guess something to make clear, and I had somebody explain it to me once, just because where do we stand on these pasterns? Everybody asks me as a show ring judge after you judge, and then where's your tolerance? And I mean, we've got to have cushions somewhere for where we're building these hogs to be so elevated up there and still have that. My deal is if these things labor, and yeah, they're both setting them dew claws down at the same time they are them toes, but these ones aren't laboring. And as we get through the rest of this drive over there, you'll see some that are laboring, and there's where my call is. If these hogs can still get out here, be athletes, and still drive at a good pace and not favor them, then they're acceptable in my mind as a show ring judge. Others may be different. That's where I stand on it. Young ladies got your class winner, and I think when we study this thing, aside from the elephant we just talked about, she is the boldest chested. She's the biggest in her blade coming right at us. She's got the biggest top of these two gilts coming at us. She's the most comfortable, and she's got the biggest where she hits the surface. Nothing away from the young man's wider belted gilt here. This is a bigger outline gilt. She has got a big fresh top working in her. I think if we study them though, she falls short of that gilt on the drive, just simply the chest width and the dimension there in the blade and in the center portion of her body. Young lady's bear that comes next. She's a very nice practical feeding type of hog. Good in his design, very solid pig. Gives up all that muscle and extra wow factor that we need when we compare him to the two duo of gilts that exit ahead of him. Chromed out bear coming here next. I like to freshen this one up in his appearance for me. Give him a little more there in his rib shape. Lay him back there a little bit in that blade and give him a little more comfort, and remember, able to reach out there and grab some more. Here's one here that's very stout skulled, stout featured, and this is the one where we question on them pasterns as we watch how ouchy he gets up on them. If he could reach and grab, I think we could rival him up there. That's a big pin bear as he exits with a lot of stoutness of feature. Bluegill coming here next. Got a big top working in the top side of this one's skeleton. We got to get the bottom side of this one to match. Set her down on more foot and bone. Give her some more shape in the center portion of her body. Young lady here looks like we just got an injury today on this bear. This one here, one that we certainly admire. His look about him. He's got a stout skull, stout featured bear. I just wish he wasn't laboring there on that right rear, and I think we could have a different discussion and move him on up there further. Bear here that we're around now with another one that's maybe a little too ouchy footed for this show ring judge. We take that out of the equation. This is a stout skull bear. This one's busted open there in his chest. Good center portion of body. Big stout rear hind leg working on him. We just got to get him more elevated up there, not so ouchy on his front end for me. Let's put our hands together as they exit.
Results for class number 7. 8th place is Everly Vickers. 7th place is shown by Ellie Ray Nash. 6th place is Levi Paulk. 5th place is shown by Hadley Vickers. 4th place is Callie Mae Dixon. 3rd place is Riley Murphy. Your 2nd place exhibitor is Cole Herron. And winning class number 7 is Jolie Halsey. Entering now is class number 8 with pigs weighing 274 to 277 pounds. These exhibitors are Carly Harrell, Braden Sermons, Emily Griffin, Brindley Ray, Boone Staines, Hudson Brockton, Emery Lane, and Jackson Ray.
Another very exciting class of hogs to work through. And I think there was one that was very deep there, 3 or 4 back. And I guess I just, in my mind, I want to lay my head down at night and say, I use the right one. They ain't got to look the same. And these 2 bears here are not the same. And I'll talk them for you as I see them, and then I'll tell you which one I think I'm going to lean to. I think they're both very, very good, and I'd be honored to have pigs like this in my barn when my 2 young ones were showing, because you're going to get recognized one way or another. And we'll talk to Bear right in front of us, and he's a bear that maybe we could blend him just a little better there out the front side of his blade. We can maybe peel a little out off his jowl. We get from there back. This bear has got a tremendous amount of rib shape. I love the rib cage in this bear, how he is there in the center portion. This bear's got a big top working down the top side of that skeleton. We watch this bear reach and grab off them hind 2. He's very, very comfortable. He's a very, very good athlete. Young lady's bear there across the way. Bear that's probably got a little more look there out in front of his blade. That's a big stout skull strapped out there in front of it. He maybe wants to be a little drier there in his rib shape, I'd call him. I'd like to see him just a little more shape there in the center portioning. You study him, the top side of that skeleton, he's got a big old top working in him. He's very comfortable off both ends of his skeleton and a well. Like I said, very, very, very close pair of bears. And I guess me, it's just personal preference, and I know they're kind of on different ends of the spectrum as far as their design and look. I think it's a very, very close pair of bears. It's going to be excited to get it back out here with the other set of classes we've had, and then find you one to be your grand overall. But I think this is a very, very good set of bears. Young lady, you're going to be first. Young lady Green, you're going to be second. I think it's a tremendous set of bears. Young man in 3, nothing away from you, but if we kind of go back, this bear here, we've got to freshen him up in his appearance. This is a stout skull, big featured bear that's very shaggy and dense, one that we certainly admire for that. We've got to give this creature a little more gas and go when we get him out there and get him moving. Young lady in the pink there coming in 4. That's a very bear with his look and design he offers. We've got to clean him up there in front of his blade. We've got to get him more slope there and comfort in his blade as we get him as well. We compare him to the trio above him. He falls short there in the seat of his pants as he leaves. Black gill here with some white socks on the back. Look and design of this gill's very, very nice. We got to lengthen her hip and give her some more. Young man's black-headed, black back gill here. One that's certainly the boldest blade, boldest chested one we've seen. We've got to get her more comfortable on her feet and legs for me. Very unique pieces in that gill till she exits. Stout foot and stout bone. Just needs to be better on this surface. Young man bear coming here next. One that we like his look and design, done a great job on his skin and hair. We've got to give him more comfort and reach. Young lady round us out. Design of this bear is nice. We just got to get him a little more shot of muscle, center portion of his body, and get him sitting down on a bigger foot. Good working with you, young man. Let's put our hands together for these kiddos as they exit.
Results for class number 8. In 8th place is Emily Griffin. 7th place is Boone Staines. 6th place is shown by Jackson Ray. Braden Sermons had your 5th place pick. 4th place is Brindley Ray. 3rd place shown by Hudson Brogdon. 2nd place is Emery Lane. And Carly Harrell is your class number 8 winner. Entering now is class number 9 with pigs weighing between 279 and 287 pounds. These exhibitors are Ashlyn Griffin, Jay Staines, Kyler Harrell, Heidi Brogdon, Allie Staines, Hadley Vickers, and Easton Duggan.
together relatively easy. Young man's driving our winner in this class here, and that's a stout skull, stout feature bear that's opened up about his rib cage. Not a big topside working on him. Matches are where he hits the surface below. Young man's bear here is going to come in too, and I like to look at that bear offers us out in front of his blade. I'd like to freshen him up there in his ribs, center portion of his body, more so get him a little more comfortable and athletic out here on this carpet. Young man coming in third is a bear we like the design of. Great job on his skin and hair with this bear right here. When we step in behind him on the drive, we've got to get that left leg pulling back in there and get him truer from hawk to ground, get him more relaxed and comfortable. Young lady coming in here forward next is when I was, this bear was more relaxed in his spine to make him more athletic, and see this bear just elevate his head above his blade, give him more comfortable in reach and make the surface. I think there's a good pig laying underneath that. We just can't get him loosened up there in his spine to be an athlete out here and walk. A lady bear coming next. One's big bold bladed bear, got a big top working down him. We got to clean him up there in his lower 1/3, clean him up along his loin edge there and give him a shot more expression for this show ring judge. Like me said, this bear here is a big stout bear with some shaggy and dense features. We got to get this one more comfortable there off his front end when we get him set in motion. Young lady's black bear there. That one's big and bold and opened up. One that's maybe got a little too much bark for this show ring judge. If we can shave some of that excess finish off him, we maybe bring him up some holes there. Very good set of class of hogs around us out. Let's put our hands together for the kiddos.
For class number 9, in 7th place is Ashlyn Griffin. 6th place is Hadley Vickers. Heidi Brogdon had your 5th place pig. 4th place is shown by Allie Staines. 3rd place is Jay Staines. 2nd place is Easton Duggett. And Connor Harold, your class 9 winner. We'll take just a few minutes as we're getting ready for the 2025 Champion Drive. Class 1 winners, be preparing to bring your hogs back to the ring. If you were the second or third place in your class, please be on standby and prepared to enter back to the ring. Class winners entering for the championship drive are Emma Halsey, Hensley Brogdon, Emma Halsey, Hudson Brogdon, Jackson Ray, Carly Harrell, Jolie Halsey, Carly Harrell, and Kyler Harrell.
people, we can set it down. I'll try not to get too windy, or you never know where I'm going to go when I get on the mic. So young people, go ahead and set them down, shut them down. I think I've come to my senses where there is, and I think there's 4 of them that are kind of outliers in this deal, and you all need to hang your hat on it. And if you get beat by them, the only thing I can tell you is wake up earlier next year and try to outwork them, because there's 4 of these in here that I think are real good. And I guess where I'm going to go today is we started this off with our pledge, and I always want to thank those that go overseas and fight so we can do this, and those men in blue that wear the badge during the day and night, keeping us safe here on the front. But more important, I always thank my Lord and Savior. And I know on Saturdays, we may not all agree on football teams. I'm an Alabama fan. I know most of you guys are Georgia fans. But I can tell you one thing that I see happening every Saturday, whether you're at the game live or if you're watching it on TV, is those kids going to the end zone and getting on a knee and giving praise to the Lord up above. And I love this movement that's happening, and I thank my Lord every day for it. And I think there we can all come to senses that on Saturday, that's what's going right in this country now, because it was heading the other way. That being said, let's put our hands together. I'll find you a grand champion. I think there's 4 of them out here that hit me very hard. And I mean, we could even go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deep. I know talking to Joe, he wanted to say there was 5. I think there's 10, 12 of them in this barn that are very, very good. Those of you out back that's been fitting and helping these kids get there, congratulate yourselves. It's been a very, very good pig drive. Let's put our hands together. I'll get your champion. We'll bring it second in.
We'll need the second place pick in Class 6 is Bella Halsey. Now we'll have the second place in class number 8 is Emery Lane. Hudson Broderick. Now we'll ask Cole Hare in the second place in class number 7 to come back into the ring. Just set him down for a minute, exhibitors. He's here too. Fireman. The results for your 2025 Berrien County Market Hawk Show. 5th place is shown by Bella Halsey. 4th place is exhibited by Jolie Halsey. 3rd place shown by Emery Lane. Your reserve grand champion is shown by Carly Harrell. Your grand champion 2025 shown by Carly Harrell. We want to invite everyone to come back out tomorrow evening at 6:30 for the sale. The Berrien FFA will have the concession stand open again. Again, we want to thank our judge, Shy LeClaire.